channel. So I am back today with one of my most requested makeup looks ever in my whole entire YouTube world, my whole entire YouTube career. This has been the most requested makeup look that I have ever received. Like, you guys loved the makeup look that I did in my January favorites video, and not gonna lie, to this day I get snaps, I get Twitter questions and Instagram questions, and on the video itself all of the comments are, please recreate the makeup look you had in this video. So that's what I'm doing for you guys today, and I'm out of breath. So that's what I'm going to be doing for you guys today. And yeah, this is a very wearable, warm, smoky eye. I absolutely love this look. I've actually done it about 3 to 4 times already because it's really simple to do. It's really basic colors, and it's just a really cool, different look. But at the same time, it's wearable, which makes it fun. This video is also going to be a talk through video, which I haven't done in a very long time. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And that's it. So I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a talk through video. I think that would be a cool idea to do. I haven't done a talk through video in a very long time. Is my shirt dirty? It's just a little thread. So I'm going to be talking you guys through my makeup application. I am in the living room, so if you guys hear the air conditioning, I am very sorry, but it is so hot in here with all these lights that I need some air. So yeah, so I'm gonna zoom you guys in, and we're gonna work on the eyes, then the face, and then you know, just do our makeup together. So let me zoom you guys in real quick. Okay, we're gonna start off by priming our eyelids. I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I like the shade Light Neutral because it's a little bit on the yellow side, on the warm side, and I think it's perfect to highlight, to conceal, to prime the eyes. I love it. So I'm going to put this all over my eyelids, and I tend to have a very dark inner corner, so lately I've actually been putting it in there as well. It looks super funny, but I've been putting it there lately just so that it can kind of conceal that darkness that I have going on. But to blend it out, I'm going to go in with my very dirty and stained beauty blender. So I'm going to just blend that out. The good thing about the beauty blender is that it removes a lot of the excess product. So if you went a little bit heavy-handed, this will take care of it, and it's such a quick and simple application. I love it. So I am going to set it using the MAC Emphasized Setting Powder. Any powder will be just fine. This is just the one that I pulled, so that's the one I'm going to use. So I am just going to set the whole entire lid. And this is just going to help our eyeshadows from creasing, and it's going to kind of set that concealer in place. This concealer is awesome on its own. It doesn't really need to be set, but I always like to take that extra step and just kind of set the eye. I have both of the palettes that I pulled shadows from. I believed I used my original Makeup Geek palette. This is like my Makeup Geek selection of colors. The first color that I did take is Peach Smoothie, and this is the perfect transition shade. It's kind of peachy. It's amazing for transitioning colors. So I'm going to take that color with my Sigma E40 blending brush, and I'm just going to pack this all over my crease. So I am just putting this from inner corner to outer corner. So I'm going from outer to inner corner, and then inner to outer corner, and I am going to apply a couple layers of this particular color just because I really wanted it to pop. So go crazy with it. With the same E40 brush, I'm going to go into Creme Brulee, which is this color right here. It's just a little bit warmer than Peach Smoothie, so I'm just going to get some of that color with that same brush, and I'm just going to put this a little bit lower in my crease. So I'm not going to take this as high as I took Peach Smoothie. Peach Smoothie, it's like all the way up here, with this particular color, I'm just going to focus it a little bit lower in the crease. The key to this look is just blending and building up the browns, and that's why I think I got such a smoky look, because I really took different shades of brown to kind of build up the whole eye, which you guys seem to love it. And in my opinion, when you build up a lot of different colors that are in the same family, it makes the look a lot easier to do, because you don't have to spend as much time blending, if that makes any sense. Next up, I am going to take Cocoa Bear, and Cocoa Bear, let me get my palette, and Cocoa Bear is a beautiful, oh my god, this palette is so huge, it's so uncomfortable to hold up. So next up I'm going to go in with Cocoa Bear, and Cocoa Bear is this shade right here, and I love Cocoa Bear because it's such a warm, rich brown with some red. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to take it with the Beauty by Rosita brush, which you guys, I am so in love with this brush. It's perfect. It reminds me a lot of a Sigma what's this brush? An E35, the E35, but the old version, not the new version. So I'm obsessed with this brush. It's a little bit tapered. It's perfect. So I'm going to take some of that color, tap off the excess, and then start working this in my crease. Again, I'm not going to take this up too high. I'm just going to be concentrating it on the crease. So I'm going to put this below Creme Brulee. I'm mainly going to focus the color in the outer corner, and then I'm going to work it inwards with whatever I have left in my brush. I like to go in back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then I will go in circular motions just to blend everything out. I go back and forth like 15 times, like no lie, probably sometimes more. So back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then once I have that color, then I start to blend it in circular motions. And then I will take that E40 that we previously used, and I'm just going to blend out those edges to make sure that everything is blended. I'm going to take an E25 with the color Mocha, which is this beautiful deep brown color, and I'm going to start to focus this color in the outer corner. So I'm going to start tapping it in the outer corner. So tap, 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 tap. And then once I have the color placed, you can take it like all the way to like the middle of the lid. So tap, 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 tap. And then I'm going to start blending it into that crease. So I like to focus the color first and then blend it up. And then I'm going to take just a little bit more of Cocoa Bear, and I'm just going to blend both colors in together. So I'm just taking a little bit more, and I'm just going to soften up that edge, soften up the edges a little bit. And then in that particular video, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I had a hint of pink. So I'm going to go in with Cupcake, also by Makeup Geek, which is a beautiful, this is kind of like a dusty rose type of color. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to take that with a clean fluffy brush. This is very similar to the E40, but this has no name. I got this in an Ipsy bag like years ago. So I'm going to just pick some of that up, and I'm just going to put this on the crease, and this is just going to give the look a little bit of a pink hint. Now for the lid color, I actually took Chickadee by Makeup Geek, which is this one right here. This is a beautiful mustardy type of color. It's very unique, it's very different, it's very intimidating to some people, but I absolutely love it. So I'm going to take that with a Sigma E55, and I'm going to put this only in the inner portion, my nose itches, only in the inner portion of the eyes, so right there. That's what we're going to do. So I'm putting it in the inner corners, and you can blend it in just a little bit, but I didn't have it all over my lid. It was just in that inner corner. So I'm gonna pack some more. Why do I have like purple right here? Like a random speck of purple. Those Makeup Geek duochromes, they are crazy pigmented enough. I always like to go in with a makeup wipe and remove any excess. Like I never ever skip this step. So I'm just going to take any makeup wipe and I'm just going to remove any of the excess fallout. And I also like to always clean up my outer corners and make it kind of sort of sharp. It just makes my eyes look elongated and I love it. So I never skip this step. Like, look how much came off. Like, you don't see it in your skin, but it's there. So I always clean up the under eyes and anywhere else because I had purple eyeshadow, like super random, so I always clean up just in case. I really quickly moisturized my skin and now I'm going to add some more moisture because my skin hates me. I don't know what's going on. My skin has changed completely and it's super dry. So I'm going to add a little bit of the Max Fix Plus. So let's spray. Oops. I just ate some. Oh, and then we're going to prime. So I've been loving these two primers together. So I like to use the Professional in my T-zone, and then I go in with the NYX Angel Veil Primer all over the perimeter of my face. It's just been my favorite way to prime lately. So I take a little bit of the Professional, and I'm just going to put this in my T-zone. So I like to kind of like squish it down just so that it can like clog them pores, you know what I mean? No, just so that it can really fill in my pores. So I'm just going to put this in my T-zone. Then I'm going to take the Angel Veil Primer and I'm going to put this around the perimeter of the skin. For that particular video, I had a super glowy complexion. So I started off by using the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. And I just apply this everywhere. I'm gonna go in with a MAC. I want to say this is a 163 brush, and I just like to like spread the product around, and then I'm just gonna put it all over my skin. And this is going to add color, and it's also going to give us a glow. But I had a bunch of stuff in that video to make my skin look super glowy and healthy. So I'm going to show you guys. For foundation, I've been super into mixing my foundations. So I first like to go in with the Cover FX Cream Foundation in G30. I'm going to use the Morphe E56 brush. And I'm just going to like run my brush through there. And I'm just going to add some lines. Like, again, nothing too perfect because we do add on another layer of foundation. So the key to having a glowy face but not cakey is thin layers, very thin layers of everything. So add very thin layers. And then I like to take the Matte and Poreless by Maybelline, and I do add 1 to 2 drops of my Cover FX Radiance, and this is going to give us a super glowy look. I wish this foundation came with a pump. It's so good, but it just takes out so much. So I'll add about 3 drops, 1 more. I'm feeling glowy today. I'm just going to dot it, start blending this into my skin. I usually like to let my foundation to set, so while it's setting, I like to work on the brows. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows really quickly off camera, and then I will be right back to show you guys the rest. Okay, so brows are done. Let's begin with the under eyes. I'm going to start using a corrector, and this is the one from Becca. I've heard everyone rave about it. I recently started using it, and it is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and put this under the eyes. And I'm going to go in with concealer. This is the Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay once again. And I'm going to put this under the eyes. So I'll put a little bit on my chin, Cupid's bow, around the nose, and then I'll put a little bit up in the forehead, and then down the bridge of the nose. Now we're just going to blend that out with a sponge and just blend, 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 blend. Before the eyes start to crease, I'm going to set it with some powder. I'm going to be using the banana shade from the Kat Von D. It's called Lyric. I'm going to use Lyric from Kat Von D with this vanilla shade, and I'm going to set the under eyes. And I'm going to be using a Morphe E49. This has become my favorite under eye setting brush because it comes to a point, so it really gets in there. It is awesome. Like, this brush is so incredibly good. It's incredible. I'm going to get my beauty blender and blend out the under eye again because I can get creasy like super quick. Just set that. I'm also going to set the areas where we applied our highlight shade. To set the rest of the face, I'm going in with the Bare Minerals Original Foundation, and this is a loose powder, so I'm going to put some in the cap. I first stipple, 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 and then I'll just brush off any excess product. Next up, we are going to bronze the skin. I'm using a Morphe E53. Ooh, that's a lot. So I'm going to use MAC's Give Me Sun. And I'm just going to start bronzing the skin a bit. And using a Luxie 512 small contouring brush, it looks like this. I'm going to go into this middle shade right here, and I'm only going to apply this to the outer edges of my cheeks just to kind of add some definition. So see how beautiful that looks. It looks like bronzy, but then it has a little bit of definition. I'm going to take the Bare Minerals foundation once again, and you guys know how I love to bake using a foundation. You can use a translucent powder. Personally, I love a foundation just because it's the same color as my neck, so I'm not gonna have like that white streak line. I hate that white line, so I'm just going to use this foundation, and I'm going to take the Morphe E55, and I'm just going to apply this under that contour, and this is just going to clean up our contour. So I'm just going to leave that there for a couple minutes just so that it can kind of set that contour and that line. So now we're going to do some blush, and this is the Gwen Stefani blush palette, and I had this shade right here, and I think I had a mixture of both of these shades on my cheeks on that particular video, so I'm going to grab them both, and I'm going to apply that to the apples of the cheeks. So smile and apply it. For highlights, I am going to go in with Champagne Pop by Becca in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill with my fan brush. This is a Sephora number 43 fan brush. I'm going to spray my brush with some Fix Plus because we're going for that dew. And then I will put it into the highlight shade, and then add some more to the tip of the nose because the tip of the nose can never have too much glow. And then on the lips. So I'm just going to wipe off that powder now. So I'm going to spray my face with some Fix Plus. So then let's finish the eyes. Now for the eyes, I'm going to go in with a pencil brush and a little bit more of Cocoa Bear, which is the rich red based brown shadow we used on our crease. So I'm going to work that in the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go in with Mocha, which is the dark brown shadow we used in the outer corners. And I'm going to put this under the eyes. I'm going to tight line using a MAC 212 brush. So I'm just going to put this under there. So I'm just going to stipple like lightly. And now I'm going to take a cream white pencil. This is by Rimmel. It's my favorite nude pencil for the waterline, and I'm going to apply it to my waterline. Then you want to go ahead and apply mascara. So I'm using the Benefit They Are Real mascara. So for lashes, I'm going to be applying my favorite lashes from Forever 21. These lashes have taken over my whole entire life. They are so good. I went back in and I got some more. I actually found the style number. It is style 2305. So style number 2305. They are bomb. Let me show you guys. I'm obsessed with them. I wear them every single day, like no lie. So it looks like this. So I'm going to pop these on and then I'll be back to finish the lips. Now that the lashes are done, let's move on to lips. I'm going to start off with the ColourPop Lippy Stick in Aquarius in collaboration with Cackling Lights. This is my favorite lip pencil at the moment. So for that particular video, I had a super pink lip, but I decided to do something a little bit more orangey for today. So we're going to go in with Sweet and Sour from MAC. This is a cream sheen finish. And it's a beautiful coral orangey shade, which I love, and I think it will complement this look really nice. So I'm going to fill in my lips with this lipstick, and I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Gloss in 202. This is a Artist Plexi Gloss. This is just a sample that I have, but I'm going to put this all over my lips for an even glossier finish. So we're pretty much done. I'm going to add some more Fix Plus because I love Fix Plus. So I'm going to and that's it. That completes this makeup look. I really hope you guys liked it. I hope I don't have lipstick on my teeth. So that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoy it. And that's it. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. I'm done. Do you want to come give Mama a smooch?